There is a thief living in your house. You cannot see him. You cannot hear his footsteps, but he is there, sitting in the corner of the room, watching you. He does not steal your television. He does not steal your jewelry. He does not touch your bank account. He steals something far more valuable. He steals your moments. He steals the breath he just took. He steals the second you just wasted scrolling on your phone. His name is time, and he's the only thief that never gets caught, and he never gives back what he takes. We have a strange relationship with time. We act as if we have an infinite supply of it. We say things like, "I am killing time." Think about the violence of that phrase, killing time. When you kill time, you are actually killing a part of yourself. You are committing a slow suicide of the soul. We live our lives as if we are going to live forever. We hold grudges for years. We stay in jobs we hate for decades. We put off our dreams for a retirement that is not guaranteed. We treat time like it is cheap, like it is water from a tap that will never run dry. But the tap is running dry. Let me tell you a story about a man named Arthur. Arthur was the richest man in a city. He owned skyscrapers, factories, and fleets of ships. He was a master of negotiation. He could buy anything he wanted. If he wanted a house, he bought it. If he wanted a company, e acquire d'Italiano, he was obsessed with accumulation. He spent his 40s, 50s, and 60s working 18 hours a day, missing his children's birthdays, missing the sunsets, missing the laughter of his wife, all to build his empire. He told himself, "I am doing this for them. I will enjoy it later." Then, one cold morning, Arthur woke up with a pain in his chest. He collapsed. He woke up in a hospital room with bright white lights. The doctor walked in, looking at a clipboard with sad eyes. He told Arthur that his heart was failing. He had less than 1 hour to live. Arthur did not panic. He was a businessman. He was used to solving problems with money. He called for his lawyer. He said, "I want to make a deal. I will give $50 million to anyone who can give me 1 more year." The lawyer shook his head. Arthur said, "Okay, I will give half my fortune for 1 more month." The room was silent. Arthur screamed, "I will give everything. Take every penny. Just give me 1 more hour so I can say goodbye to my wife." But the clock on the wall just kept ticking. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. It did not care about his money. It did not care about his skyscrapers. Arthur died alone, realizing in his final second that he had spent his whole life buying things that were cheap. He had sold the only thing that was expensive. You see, time is the great equalizer. It is the only thing in the world that is truly fair. The billionaire and the beggar both get exactly 24 hours in a day. You cannot buy more. You cannot borrow more. You can only spend what you are given. The difference between a life of greatness and a life of regret is not how much time you have, it is how you spend it. In the year 2026, we have created 1,000 ways to waste this currency. We have designed devices that are engineered to steal our attention. We sit in a room with people we love, but we are looking at screens, watching strangers live their lives. We are physically present, but spiritually absent. We are throwing our gold into the ocean. Imagine you are standing at the edge of a cliff. Below you is a raging river. You are holding a bag of diamonds. One by one, you drop the diamonds into the water. Plop, plop, plop. People would think you are insane. They would scream at you to stop. Yet, this is what you do every time you spend an hour worrying about things you cannot control. Worry is a misuse of your imagination and a waste of your time. It is paying interest on a debt you may never owe. Every time you spend an hour arguing with a fool, you are throwing a diamond into the river. Every time you spend an hour feeling sorry for yourself, you are throwing a diamond into the river. You need to conduct an audit of your life. If time was money, would you be bankrupt? Look at your last week. How much of it was spent building your future? How much of it was spent loving your family? And how much of it was spent in the gray zone of distraction, just drifting through the day? The ancient Stoics had a practice called Memento Mori. It means remember, you must die. It sounds morbid, but it is actually the most life-affirming concept in the world. When you accept that your time is limited, you stop tolerating nonsense. You stop saying yes to things you hate. You stop caring about the opinions of people who do not matter. The awareness of death strips away the non-essential. It clarifies your vision. It makes the grass look greener and the coffee taste better. It makes you hug your children a little tighter because you know that one day you will not be able to. There is a dash on every tombstone. It sits between the birth date and the death date. For example, 1992-2080. That little dash represents the entire life. The cars, the houses, the clothes, they don't fit in the dash. What fits in the dash is how much you loved, how much you learned, and how you made people feel. So, here is your challenge. Treat today as if it is the only currency you have. Do not save your good clothes for a special occasion. Being alive today is a special occasion. Do not save your I love yous for later. Later might not come. Do not wait for the perfect moment to start your project. The perfect moment is a myth created by fear. The clock is ticking. It is the soundtrack of your life. Do not let it become the countdown to your regret. Make the ticks count. Make the talks matter. Because when the silence comes, and it will come, the only thing that will matter is what you did with the noise. Wake up. The thief is in the room. Stop letting him rob you. We have talked about the thief. Now we must talk about the cost. In economics, there is a concept called opportunity cost. It means that for every choice you make, you are sacrificing something else. If you choose to spend an hour watching a mindless TV show, the cost is not just 1 hour. The cost is the book you could have read. The cost is the workout you could have done. The cost is the conversation you could have had with your father. The cost is the business plan you could have written. When you add up these costs over a lifetime, the price is terrifying. Most people live in a state of delusion called later. They say, I will do it later. But later is a land where dreams go to die. Later is where you bury your potential. You'll think you have a contract with life that guarantees you a tomorrow. You do not. You are renting your existence on a daily lease, and the landlord can evict you without notice. Let me ask you a hard question. If you knew with 100% certainty that you would die exactly 1 year from today, what would you change? Would you still be stressed about that rude comment on social media? Would you still be afraid to ask for that promotion? Would you still be holding on to that grudge against your brother? Of course not. You would drop the baggage instantly. You would focus only on what matters. You would become laser-focused on love, purpose, and legacy. So why do you need a death sentence to start living? Why do you need a tragedy to wake you up? Why can't you live with that urgency right now? We spend so much time preparing to live, but we never actually live. We are like actors standing behind the curtain, rehearsing our lines, waiting for the audience to sit down, waiting for the lights to be perfect. Meanwhile, the play has already started. The curtain is up. You are on stage right now. Stop rehearsing and start performing. Think about the concept of compound time. Just like money compounds in a bank account, time compounds in your life. If you invest 30 minutes a day learning a new skill, in 1 year, you haven't just learned for 182 hours. You have transformed your identity. You have become a different person. But if you waste 30 minutes a day complaining, you haven't just wasted time. You have compounded negativity. You have wired your brain to be a victim. You are building the architecture of your own misery, brick by brick, minute by minute. In the UK and the USA, we are obsessed with saving time. We have faster cars, faster internet, faster food. We save time on everything. But what do we do with the time we save? We kill Italiano. We save 10 minutes by taking an Uber instead of walking. And then we spend those 10 minutes scrolling through videos of cats. We are efficient at trivial things and lazy at important things. You must become ruthless with your calendar. Learn the power of the word no. No is a complete sentence. When you say no to a boring party, you are saying yes to your peace. When you say no to a toxic friend, you are saying yes to your self-respect. Every time you say yes to something minor, you are saying no to something major. You cannot have it all. You must choose. Look at the sand in an hourglass. It flows one way. You cannot turn it upside down and reset your life. The grains that have fallen to the bottom are gone. They are history. You cannot change them. You cannot relive them. Stop looking at the bottom of the glass. Stop regretting the past. Look at the top of the glass. Look at the sand that is still left. That is your power. That is your future. You can control how that sand falls. You can control what you do with the remaining grains. There is a Japanese proverb. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Do not let the regret of yesterday poison the potential of today. Maybe you wasted 10 years. Okay, forgive yourself, but do not waste the next 10 minutes thinking about those 10 years. Draw a line in the sand. Say, from this moment forward, I am the master of my clock. The world belongs to the urgent. It belongs to the people who move fast. While others are analyzing, the urgent are executing. While others are sleeping, the urgent are building. Speed is a weapon. Momentum is a shield. If you stand still, you are a target. If you move, you are a force of nature. So, get up. Look at your to-do list. Find the hardest thing on there. The thing you have been avoiding for months. Do it. Do it now. Not tomorrow. Not after coffee. Now. Break the paralysis. Because the thief is still in the room. He is watching you read this. He is waiting for you to hesitate. Do not give him the satisfaction. Steal your life back. Your time is coming. Keep believing. Keep fighting. Don't just watch. Go out and prove them wrong. Thank you for being part of the journey. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.